Hey, and welcome to part 3 of the Bastion playthrough. I'm probably going to be a quick one. I just want to get the wilds bit out of the way. So we're just going to click continue and let's go. Defend with shift, that's important. Ow, my face. Alright, have I... Oh yeah, I want an arsenal so I can change my weaponry. Let's have a... Where is it? Bushes spike. And then let's have... hand grenade.
Pike and a galleon mortar. Now that's some terror for the high seas.
We may have people joining in. I am
Just can't get
available in my Discord chat, so people may jump on the chat channel.
Knocks him into an uneasy sleep.
Honestly, mortar probably not the best thing to bring here, but that would also require me to do that thing where I care.
What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once.
God, I hate these things. Spear's good for them though.
Once there was a normal girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminal like the rest of the people. She was from Selamia.
Kaboom!
Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Her refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out.
The city is kind of made up of douchebags.
Hello, hello, and yes, it is.
Oh, it's our regular stream friend, Hood. Hello, Hood.
Indeed.
Past the wave, burthen complications.
So you're planning on pushing through the rest of the wilds?
Yep. I also decided to see just how far I could get in this bit when actually using a good weapon for it, rather than a mortar and the fire thing.
What do you mean using the weapons they give you for this section? How rude.
I mean, like, the mortar still is probably my favourite weapon in the game.
Her father was sharp
Yeah, it's fun.
Pusher's pike, so he got a job.
One of the other perks of this is you'll get enough
His daughter barely saw him.
what's the word for it? You'll get enough fragments to upgrade the mortar. One thing about the city that this makes it extra clear is that they fundamentally felt that the Ura were both the enemy, but not like one to be taken seriously, one that was just like really a nuisance,
Yeah.
Told her nothing of the Mancers.
with strong overtones of we genocide you if you could, but we haven't really figured out how yet.
Something. British joke.
She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history.
And we get the
And a knack for strings.
get another organization name just casually dropped, the Mancers.
Mm-hmm. I feel like to make this really confusing, they all need to have like common names that everyone calls them. It's like, you know, all police departments technically have like a formal name, you know, like NYPD, but everyone will just call them the police.
Nice, so like a bureau name, and then but also a like what everyone actually knows them as.
Yeah. And like most of them are just lumped together as like civil servants or whatever.
Yeah, that's legit. I haven't really thought about it, but the wilds are just like 80% of the enemies here have some form of bullet mechanic,
One young man stood up for
as compared to the city ruins, which just had the turret.
Yep. Oh, here we go. We remember this bit, don't we, boys and girls? And MBs.
Alright, let's see if it works with the weapon you're supposed to use. It'd be nice if there were a way to force it up without, you know, attacking.
Maybe we could play fetch. Ah. My main problem with fighting this is that it's hard to dodge in a way that lets you attack.
Yeah, you're clearly supposed to dodge roll, then turn around and stab it, but with how slow and methodical the movement ends up being, it's really hard to pull that off.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you mess up the dodge and it throws you in the air, that's fine, you know.
But yeah, it's more that you've been creating the openings, but you haven't been able to take advantage of them, and not even through really fault of your own.
Yeah.
It's like you turn an attack in time, but your roll takes you out of weapon range.
Although right now I'm just getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, it's in peril, so it's
Oh, right.
attacking. The time goes up fast. It attacks faster.
And it's dead now. It took 3 of my heal bottles.
When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. Lost my train of thought there.
God, these guys are annoying.
Oof, got comboed. And of course, someone to lock you in place just to make it that much harder.
Okay, 1 dead.
Notice that the enemies in this zone in particular have very clear patterns.
Yeah.
But they're all very, like, very
They're-
low margin of error.
Yeah. I don't know where I threw that grenade, but it wasn't where I meant to.
This section brings up a interesting but weird bit of lore that the Ura language is only to be used by the Ura, and it's an insult if anyone else learns it.
Yeah, maybe her dad, if her dad had taught her Ura culture, she would have known that.
Yep. That was one of the few moments, like, now, there was
inside a garbage.
Oh, nice. Got stuck.
Then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Oh. Is that two of them? That's two of them. I don't like this. Oh, they're small.
But they're smaller, so they probably have less health.
I mean, that's how games usually work. Small things are weak.
Unless this is all a setup and they're just small because they have a limit on how much they can draw at a time.
Or if they're in Dark Souls, it means that they're like a dual type enemy where you have to fight them as equals or some bullshit. Actually, now that I think about it, or some bullshit sums up most of my experience with Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What are you doing? I don't know. Some bullshit.
I don't know. There's this guy who's like, I don't know. I know he's either a zombie or like a dragon or something. Anyway, I gotta hit him with this sword a couple times.
Something burnt. A slab of burststone blown topside during calamity. Forged in flame already, it's highly resistant to heat. Okay, what do I want? I think
Looks like you've got one weapon left to unlock.
I think I want reload speed. Okay. Right. Hey, Ruckus. Bye, Ruckus.
The upgrade tree thing they've got, and the fact you can toggle them at will is, I like that system. It gives enough choice without being crippling or without leaving the risk of ending up with an unviable build.
Yeah. Unviable builds are terrible. Porn.
They're false choices. Because if you can choose wrong and not wrong for you, but just objectively wrong, that means it wasn't actually a choice at all.
Yeah. I quite like how games like Pokemon do it, where like you can basically beat Pokemon with any you can basically beat Pokemon with any group or Pokemon. Like things like which one is better only really comes in when you start talking about until you're like in the competitive scene. And why would you be in the competitive scene?
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
Like, I am literally planning to do some Pokemon streams, and I don't know why I'm in the competitive scene. Although I did beat a guy whose entire like all his Pokemon had nicknames based on Donald Trump memes, and beating him was very satisfying.
I can believe it. Also, I thought the reason you were in competitive Pokemon is so you can desperately try to make up a team that's make a team functional with 6 Laprases.
Oh no. Thing is, Lapras is just a very popular Pokemon among my stream's viewers.
I know, we suggested it like every single time without realizing that we had already suggested it.
I mean, part of it was, it's Bifuriosa's favourite Pokemon. So she was always going to suggest it. But like, lots of people really like Lapras. And I do understand why. I'm just a contrarian little fuck. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm 6'5". I'm contrarian large fuck. And I like stuff like Tangrowth and Durant. Because, you know, I'm cool.
Yeah, that's legit.
Even worse, you know what Pokemon I'm not particularly enamored with? Wooloo.
Oh yeah, the sheep.
Yeah.
No wonder all those beasts were
I don't know. It was totally a meme for like a week.
One thing I do love about meme for about a week.
keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities.
But yeah. So at the moment, I am doing a lot of doubles play, but I am doing it with a team entirely based around the Pokemon X-Cloud, whose entire thing is I am going to yell very loudly. Which is fun. I want to do more double stuff on stream just because that's where a lot of the actual, like, real fun strategy lies. Like, there's a reason why the official tournaments are all doubles. You still there, dude?
Even Stink Eyes started taking root here.
Stab, stab, stab. If I stab you enough, even with your armor, you're going to die eventually. There we are. I am competent at this game, and do not just...
Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place?
I'm gonna guess they didn't, and we were assholes.
The Ura always were a superstitious lot.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is like...
Might be the gods told him the quarry's bad news.
I love how so much of what he says about the Ura is super recognizable as, like, shit that colonizers would say in this world. You still there, dude?
On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground.
Ah, the wall puzzle.
Might be the quarry just got too much sunshine. I like it.
Yeah, the wall puzzle. Oh, those things explode. That's not nice.
Oh wow, they explode for a lot too.
Yep.
One thing I like about this level is that it implies, well, pretty much, like, unlike most settings, there's no,
Case. It's fair to
like, the
say
Kalondians don't
gods
think that the Ura were being ridiculous when they were talking about, you know, the stones having memories and that sort of thing. It's just the only, instead of the difference between whether they believe it or not, it's just a difference in how they approach it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. The stone has memories. What can we do with that?
the largest ones, you know as cores. Single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
More if it was a red light district, because those things don't use as much electricity. Or something. That's a hole in the ground. Oh yeah, those things are invulnerable when they're on the ground. Oh well. They're not invulnerable to being stabbed. We.
The shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
Doing well on health so far. Also, what's this Rook's talking about going to the motherland? It's Rook's abandoning the colony.
Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use.
Why'd he be going to Motherland? Remember, it's dead. Everything's dead, Dave.
I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry. That honor goes to
Oh, but the I mean, cores have run dry. Only the young rocks are left.
to stomp many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid
Sir Lunky, that's the name.
of the only thing harder than the rocks immersed in the water is Sir Monkey's head.
I do wonder if that's a Spelunky reference.
Huh, it totally might be, you're right.
His big
Didn't think of that, but oh, and now there's ads spawning in. Awesome. At least they can almost damage this dude.
Old man Spelunky. Fuck off.
We never could get stubborn old Monkey to leave the quarry alone.
Turns out you just needed a mortar.
Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall.
Oh no.
Right, it says,
It's Spelunky's family, who we killed in cold blood.
it's him. I've come to warn you, he says. The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back.
But I just spent all that time.
Yeah, the kid's confused, like, what?
Decided to solve the problem. Can I just talk to... Okay. It'd be really funny if I could just, like, end the game here by going, okay.
Yeah, it's like, you let it fall. Alright.
Fuck it, I've been going with the flow all this time. No skin off my back. Doopy-doopy-doo.
And the talking to Zolf, I feel like it being character is like, alright, Zolf, you're gonna have to give me a little more than that. That's a little more context or something.
I'd find it so funny, like...
Countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that.
I'd find it so funny if, like, their countrymen are just like... His countrymen are just like...
Zolf showed him the way.
The fuck? As you just land face first. Hey
And now you
guys,
fight human enemies, which actually lay down on the ground, like they stay there when you kill them. To
make me
Did
feel...
he just flash step off the edge? I think he did.
About all
And this is why the Ura prefer underground.
In their defense, this is a very stupid situation that we are in right now. I don't think you realise
they broke in,
just how stupid the kid is.
digging their hole. Something wrong sprung out of his hands, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop it, but we had
Oh, it's all of the things, it's all of like collectibles that I've been gathering up. Helping out.
Yep. Also, I forgot it, but Rux mentions they dug holes in the Bastion and something wrong came up, which would explain the whole weird swirling light thing. But also, something wrong was the upgrade material that mentioned it was something spawned by the Calamity. No, they killed the squirt.
No, you will die now.
They killed the bird.
Some way. He sends
I've retried this mission a bunch of times to try and save everyone. I didn't quite make it though. But yeah, this seems to link the Bastion to the Calamity. At least they have the same tech.
find each other as the dust settles.
Then again, they're all based on the cores and shards, which are clearly have something to do with this nonsense.
To get us
Ooh,
back
exposition.
for the Calamity.
Dun dun dun. But we were the bad guys.
Master plan to wipe the Ura out.
Worked well, guys.
Upon that plan,
Shocking, I know. We're the bad guys.
if only Zolf knew the whole story.
Okay, what is the whole story? Because so far it looks like the story is we tried to genocide and we fucked up so badly we genocided ourselves as well.
Pretty much, yeah. If you finish, do you want me to spoil one little bit of it?
Nah, it's fine. Let's just keep going.
Alright, fair enough. It's, that bit of plot's from the Zia memory thing.
Much for pleasantry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to finish with the memory, so you might as well tell me.
Yeah, so basically her dad was, working for the Mancers, and then we got to the point in the story where some random guy, like, convinced her to run away. Anyway, He's using that as a plan to kidnap her because he's a Kalundian, like, a government secret agent, basically. And it's like, all right, we have your daughter. Now build us a doomsday weapon to kill your people. And turns out blackmailing a foreign national you kidnapped into building a weapon to kill their nation leads to them blowing you the fuck up.
What we said.
He built
Wow.
the Calamity. He built the Calamity, and there's, once he got pushed far enough, they were like, well, you're no longer of use to us. He's like, fuck you. Beep.
I need to build something new. Where am I building? What am I doing?
You gotta head to the arsenal.
Oh, right.
The arsenal's complete in case we need protection.
Oh man, in case we need protection. I wonder if we might need protection.
Now all we need is one last shard.
Man, this kid is a passive character. Less of a character and, honestly, the kid is less of a character and more of, like, a plot device. Then the kid happened.
Last shard. It's all we need.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ow, my face.
Mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand.
This is an artisanal mess.
Results of the Calamity failed. And he's right. The Ura stand is living proof of that.
Would you mind not being so bloody competent? And
Might need to switch back to your rifle for this.
you see, that would be a sensible suggestion. But I would like to raise you the fact that I do have a mortar.
At the heart of the Calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. We wanted to rule it out.
And now, unlike all the other ones, we have the kid going on a road trip.
Oh yeah, it's a finale section, isn't it? One thing I do like about the lunkheads, I think they're called, the big frog dudes,
Yeah.
is the fact that when they die, they try and kill you one last time by dropping on your head. It's just a nice little... They're fairly easy to kill with a mortar if you predict where they're going to attack.
We put a lot of
And aim there.
that problem.
Yeah, the big risk is if there's other enemies that are restricting your movement.
That's where I bought the snare. See, I'm actually thinking about this. I'm doing that tactical shit. To a degree. I say, as this one causes me a surprisingly large amount of trouble.
Yep, but there's fruit on the ground, so you can get that health back. Or you drop the health back. Nice.
The city. We travel near as far as the kid's going right now.
And this is why you don't use cover against the kid. Because he has a mortar. Oh, shit. You were enemy. I thought you were scenery because you were behind a pillar.
It was an ambush.
They ambushed me by standing in plain sight.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit.
I should listen to books. Funnily enough, One Piece just introduced a really important historic villain called Rocks. He was like the big name pirate 2 generations before the current part of One Piece. He had Whitebeard, Kaido, and Big Mom serving under him. Spoilers, by the way, for like the last chapter. I mean, the last chapter had enough kind of what the hell moments. Had enough kind of what the hell moments that, you know, it's not the biggest spoiler I could give from that chapter. But, you know, spoilers for the latest chapter of One Piece. There would be a problem if anyone else was watching.
With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnel shut in a flash.
Huh, they've changed. I didn't notice this before, but there's the wildlife, like the ecosystem in this area, is different than the main wilds.
Terminals will be gone.
Well, that was polite of him to not stab us in our sleep.
Because the boy probably landed there, like, face down from the sky and just decided to have a nap. And Vero was just like, okay, I'm not...
The Uro was just like, excuse me, can I help you?
Like, legitimate question, what the fuck is the kid? Ura versus Bird. Mortar beats both. In the eternal game of... In the eternal game of rock, paper, scissors, mortar beats everyone. Rock, mortar, scissors, shoot! Wait, what was that middle bit? Kaboom!
I mean, they tell you right up front that it's an option.
I also like the mortar because it doesn't care. Something wrong. It doesn't care about you, you know, aiming. It doesn't care about things like the stink eyes, you know, closing up and being near invulnerable. Because it pumps out enough damage that it can still kill them.
We sabotaged the Mancers' little science project.
You can damage yourself with the mortar? I didn't realize that.
I mean, if you're using it sensibly, you shouldn't be anywhere near where you're firing it.
But would you have bought the speed up upgrade if you were planning on using it sensibly?
No. I was planning to fight pistol duels using a mortar. Which, you know, is objectively a better weapon to use than a pistol. But...
Well, yeah, if you're in a gunfight, obviously having more gun is better. That's just science.
That's science, baby. What's your power? I just carry a mortar around. And for some reason, nobody can kill me before I load it.
Remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
I like how the Ura have weapons that are similar but noticeably distinct from the Kelanian weapons. Wow, rude.
Stylish, though. That was a stylish entrance. Ow, my face.
It's too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Boss fight! Well, boss fight reveal anyway.
So is the boss fight just dealing with a load of these chickens? I know they're not chickens, but...
Little choice but to pick up what the
Yeah, they pretty much are. Yeah, I remember dying to this fight.
The thing is, like... I'm gonna be honest, those chickens are just made for...
There's someone we figured needed rescuing. See ya.
Holy shit, we're gonna give a shit about someone.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move. But we knew ours already.
Do we?
Hey, the Zid has demonstrated caring about living people, just... There's only 2 of them. Well, 3, I guess. You found something wrong.
I'm gonna keep my current loadout because it's actually really fun. Ooh, something pointy. Something burnt. Fine gramophone. Stabsons! Leech aid. Oh man. The gods are pretty cool in this because they all seem to have like mutually contradictory things, like God of Hope and Despair, God of Impulse and Bravery, Health and Atrophy, and Pain and Pleasure. It's like not
Yeah, they're
not
cool.
inherently contradictory, but you know. I mean, Pain and Pleasure is kind of expected. Oh hey, one of your goddesses is a dominatrix. I'm not saying that that's kind of like.
Pointy ends fastened on real tight.
I'm not saying that I, you know, that I wouldn't expect anything less from this civilization.
Galleon gunner.
But to be honest, I'm just surprised they have such good taste. Ask about the music player found in Mount Zand. Is it alright if we use it here? It's not like the neighbours are gonna complain.
A little song can put things in perspective.
Oh, here's another one of the record player seems like it might be one of the, you know,
Something
new
we had to
abilities.
do before going after that last shard.
Where am I going? Zia detected. How are we detecting Zia? Do we have Zia detecting powers? Like, that's a legitimate question. I've just realised that the Bastion seems to have, like, detection powers.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Rux never really explains what the Bastion is for and how it functions, so it's entirely possible it's like a function of the cores and shards.
Well, now it's personal.
I also approve of its Mega Man teleportation technologies where it can only send you to the beginning of a place.
It's personal for him,
I mean,
and it's personal for me.
I approve of its Mega Man technologies in which
Calamity did something
it
wrong.
kind of,
They never saw him.
you know, Calamity Cannon!
Care package I sent him. It's a little
He
something.
gets his hands on the care package I sent him. So Rux just had this. Just like handy. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's something he built in his spare time.
I am a
So,
responsible old man.
As you burn through one full potion worth of health just from blowing yourself up, like you do.
Hey, when I said I'm a responsible man, I was talking about rocks. The kid is neither old nor responsible.
No, I know. It was Rux's for being responsible by sending this to the kid who would do exactly that.
The funny thing is, I'm not sure I actually like this gun much.
No, it's garbage.
Still, they ain't
It's like a combination of it's the bow with splash damage, basically.
I was gonna say it's for mortar, but it can't shoot over obstacles.
conductors that are all
A little of both.
placed together.
But yeah, I guess it's the combination between the first and the last ranged weapon. Also, I like this little bit of lore here that I forgot, that the Ura basically, in response to the Calamity, they built stabilizers, basically, instead of the Kalandian approach of just shove cores at it until it stops falling.
Breaking up.
We're technologically superior. See, I don't actually blame, you know, these guys for attacking me, because, like, what I'm doing is really stupid.
Yeah. Now, it can be argued that they attacked first instead of,
Right about
like asking the kid what he's doing here, but like we just established that the Ura got like basically it's the people that that the kid is visibly part of tried to genocide them and failed.
And now one kid army is coming back through. Okay, I've got my good gun back. You know, my practical mortar.
the same kind.
Using the Calamity's power, so the Calamity cannon works on the same function, the same tech as the Calamity itself. So yeah, that's a good thing to have.
We are very smart.
It really does, like, it pretty much establishes point blank that, nah, Rux is at least partially responsible. Well, definitely a engineer on the Calamity project.
They even
One who clearly did not learn his lesson.
Hey, look, if a kid is any indication, their people are genetically incapable of learning anything from their actions.
Harsh yet fair.
To be honest, I feel like Rux is just like well, not the living, because he's a video game character, but like the embodiment of my rule that anybody who says there's a funny thing that happens when people who are enthusiastic about eugenics learn that my criteria for removing someone from a gene pool is, do they believe in eugenics? They get even more annoyed when I start making snipping motions with my hands every time they try to speak.
kids pick the whole place apart, piece by piece.
To be fair to Rux, they don't indicate that he thought the Calamity was a good idea. Just that he didn't oppose it as much as you probably should when you're being told to build a genocidal super weapon.
On the other hand, he is basically saying now the only thing left to do is to finish what the Calamity started.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was mentioning that in specific reference to the animals, but he still is, pretty enthusiastic about the kid going in there and just kind of murdering his way through.
I think he said it about the Ur as well.
Nah, it was after the Ura left.
It is fun. They're just aiming at me.
If you walk closer, you might hit him with more ricochets.
The thing is, like, this rock... Oh! Oh yeah, if I walk closer, they might remember that they can teleport.
Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. They're easy targets.
They're conductors. So what are they conducting?
I just assumed they were conducting with stink eyes. Because, you know... that's what I'm fighting right now.
Those calamity rods.
Oh, it's a spawner enemy like the popcorn machines.
Yeah. Who... Okay, I can kill them. Good.
Meanwhile, there's one Ura in the corner just like, well, that's some bullshit.
That's corner. That's
He
spot.
teleported towards
Like
you and then teleported immediately
using
back.
my religion.
See, that guy knows what's up.
Oh fuck, that's a player character. And a player character in a game about the cruelty of mankind. Oh boy. Now see, if it was a Stardew Valley player character, I'd be fine. Boom.
The Ura keep hanging.
I'd like how I'm, you know, constantly going, you know, the kid and Rock, so cruel. And I'm just like, I need a health potion. Those guys usually drop health potions. Oh, cool. Those things are acting as shields for me. Stab, 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 stab. Aha, again, you're trying to make me judge my player character. But too late, I had already judged you.
Some of them are down out the woods.
It is all your fault, game. I am innocent. You can't spec ops for line me.
Maybe they know they lost this. Lost to a kid.
I like it. So some of you are bewildered by what's happening, and like you say that like the kid has any more idea.
There's like a 90% chance that the kid thinks this is a paintball fight. Let's be honest.
I mean, from what I can tell, the kid just was like, finds Zia's heart. It's like, oh, Zia's missing. Then the Zia detector goes off, like, well, I guess I'll go rescue her.
They underestimate.
And then people just show up and start shooting at him because this random kid walked up with a bunch of guns and knives and stuff. And he's just, you know, casually killing them back. Like, yeah, I guess we're fighting.
Oh, cool. I can deal with this bit. Thank God this isn't Undertale, where I might have to engage you in social combat.
Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to.
Yeah, the kid's a
Oh my
career
God.
soldier.
Yeah, we may have caused the calamity, but we're trying to fix it.
Yeah, Rux has never established that. He certainly acts like he is, but he's never given any evidence for it. And the kid, at the very least, the kid certainly has no idea that's what Rux thinks is happening.
I mean, let's be fair. That would imply that the kid has any idea anything is happening.
Those old souls should have got
Yeah.
Nothing about this game indicates that the player character has any idea what's going on.
Oh yeah, it's the vibe I get is the kid's a career soldier, specifically a career like combat engineer, and a kid, and just basically he meets Rux and gets like a list of objectives and is like, all right, I guess we doing this.
Man, the
only,
kid
like-
is the worst version of the Splatoon song, "You're a squid, you're a kid."
It's once again proof that Squid was the correct choice.
I feel like what the lesson is here is that Bastion is how, like, humanity wiped itself out in the run-up to Splatoon.
Yeah, I will say the kid gets a little. The kid has some agency, but it's very much like agency within the context of a video game, where it's you can choose how to do something, you can't choose what you're doing.
Yeah.
As the hour grows desperate,
And there's Rux with his continued vague commenting like, oh no, this is fine, this is all fine, we'll fix it. Ooh, we have someone in the chat.
Do we?
Hey kid, he's the kid. There's only one.
Oh, hi, Professor Yaffle. I know Yaffle. Yaffle is good.
Uh-oh, game went away.
That is because I switched to so I could see the chat.
Okay.
Oh, I know why it's gone away. Because I've accidentally managed to click. Well, that's embarrassing. Hold on.